He did show, right? Yes. I was asking Mr. LaSalle during commercials whether Peter Falk was going to make it tonight because he is busy shooting. But this is rather interesting. They took a survey among television viewers, and they found out that among high school students, Columbo on television was more popular than David Cassidy. Among college students, Columbo was more popular than Archie Bunker. And overall, he's the most popular character on television, and due almost entirely to the talents of this gentleman. If you welcome, please, the Emmy Award winner, Peter Falk. I thank you for coming, first of all, because I know you're shooting. The last time we saw each other, I don't know whether you saw me or not. I saw you. It was at the Emmy Awards. I was the MC, and I never had a chance much to say anybody because you came on to pick up the award. I went back at the curtains, and you did probably the most unusual acceptance speech I ever heard that night. You went through a long report on how you got there and got lost in an airliner and a trip and so forth. It was very good. Was that planned, or did you just open up with that?
Well, I'll tell you, John, you know, you know, John, when the network changes a show, you know, from one night to another, you know, Columbo, they moved it from Wednesday night to Sunday night. You know, the actor has nothing to do with that. I mean, that wasn't my decision, you see. So I don't know how I can't really say too much about that. I mean, I don't mind them moving it to Sunday night at all. Because I think we'll do very well.
Last time I saw you was at the Emmy Awards. And you made a kind of an unusual speech then when you talked about how you managed to get there and so forth. Very funny speech, too. Did you plan that, or was that...
No, a musical conductor kills his mistress. And, you see, the first show was 2 hours. All the others are an hour and a half. I think the first show was the best show we ever did. I really did. Is that what you asked me? I'm sorry.
Tell me about the first episode of Columbo.
Well, John, listen, I don't want to plug the show.
Always wanted to play one of those.
I mean, you know, the main thing is, was there, maybe true, was there a gun, do you keep a gun around the house at all? I mean, it probably isn't important. I'll talk to you about it later, it's probably not important.
You killed me in that show. You're so good in that show, really.
I wanted to ask you, John, are you going to hang around, or is there someplace you want to go?
Where did you get that crummy-looking coat?
Well, now, the raincoat is mine, and the shoes are mine. The suit is made in London. But everything else is mine. I'm proud to say that I picked out the raincoat, and I picked out the shoes. The truth about the suit was that it was a wardrobe suit, but I had it dyed. It was blue and white, and I had it dyed brown. I'm partial to brown.
Are you one of those actors that has like good luck things? It's true, a lot of people do. They wear a certain coat and it's lucky. You got to have it. In other words, if they lost this coat.
Oh, I would faint. I would die.
That's true.
I would just die. I asked them to get duplicates of it, and they haven't gotten them yet, and we're just praying that this thing holds out. But that would affect me, I think.
Yeah, I think it does. You get comfortable, and it's gone well, and all of a sudden... I used to wear cufflinks on a show. I had to have a certain pair of cufflinks. And if I didn't have them, I thought I wouldn't be able to do the show. Isn't that exciting? Okay. Yes, I used to do. What do you want, Peter? No, not you, Peter. My Peter. You met our associate producer, Peter? No, that's Peter LaSalle, our associate producer tonight, telling me we have to do this. You brought a film clip tonight, didn't you?
I brought some film, John. I don't know if
you want enlargements of these, the regular eight prints and then 6 enlargements, all right. We do have a film clip, I think, from the upcoming episode.
I hope you do.
Which
I didn't bring it.
Nobody has mentioned
If you have it, I hope
Somebody.
you have it.
We have it. Yes, we do. We don't you have it, Peter? Peter has it on his person. We'll be back here.
Just a couple of minutes. We'll be coming back.
We're back. We did ask the producers of Peter's show, Columbo, to send us over a small... Is this from the first episode? I think it is.
First episode, Sunday, 8:30 to 10:30 channel.
And they changed the time on you.
They changed the time, right?
So let's roll it, and it'll speak for itself. We hope it'll speak for itself.
Would you hold this? But he will need the booster shot in about a week. Say, how old is he?
Kind of hard to say. You see, I just picked him up at the pound. His time was up, if you know what I mean. I say he's pretty full grown. Kind of cute, isn't he? He'll be all right. Okay, Doc. Thanks for staying open. I haven't named this guy yet. You don't have any ideas?
There's a name I've always heard, and I've never seen a dog that had it. Fido.
Fido.
Yeah, Fido, the Romans used to say. It's as old as that. It means, I am faithful.
Yeah.
Well, roughly.
Fido.
Yeah.
John, you know, if I could stay here, I would be able to do this in a more subtle and elegant fashion, but insofar as I don't have that much time, I'm going to just come right out front and just say it. I've done about 15 Columbos, and I think that this one is the best one I ever made. And after the first one, you're on your own. I mean, watch it or don't watch it, but I'm just asking you from somebody on the inside that I really think that the first one is terrific. I think John is terrific, and I think the show is terrific.
Good. Well, what? You see your madcap friends off in Cassavetes and Gazzara? I remember the night you were all three here.
I thought we behaved very well that
You were
night,
wild
John.
men. You were jumping on each other's backs on the floor.
I do see John. Ben just got finished doing a 2-hour television movie, and I think now he's in Turkey making another movie. So he's out of the country. I see John quite a bit.
I saw you in I didn't get a chance to see you backstage. And I saw you on Prisoner, 2nd Avenue, New York. You were great in that.
Sunday night, 8:30.
You're a sneak. No, you're not a sneak. You come right out. You don't fool around with those little hidden plugs at all. No, the series is really a great series, and you were in it. Do you think the great deal of popularity has outside of the great portrayal you do is that people relate to the character of Columbo?
That's not an unintelligent question, John. No, I mean, and you asked it very well. It was well delivered.
Thank you, Peter.
The only problem with that question is that I've been asked
That
maybe
question?
800 times, yeah. You'd think by now I had an answer.
You don't have an answer yet, huh?
I really don't have an answer. Well, I think there's the obvious thing. I think they like to see the little guy get the big guy. I think they like Columbo because he's unpretentious, and I think they like him because he's polite. I think he's a polite man. I think he's a decent man. I think they like him because he likes his job. He's involved in his job. And, I mean, he's heard of Gucci shoes, but, I mean, because they're an Italian product. But, I mean, he's not that concerned about his clothes, and he's not that concerned about his car, because he is that much involved in his work, and I think people respect that.
Yeah, and you're great in it. And I
Thank
thank
you.
you for coming tonight. It's
Thank
always,
you
it's always
very
a
much.
great thing. Nice guy, isn't he? He's the kind of a guy you'd like to sit around and have a few drinks with at night.
Yes.
Yaha. After this brief word, we will be back with Crazy Albert Brooks.